Hi guys, welcome to my 2021 bullet journal flip through. For the first half of the year, I went with a Archer and Olive A5 journal. It's 162 pages, I think, and 160 GSM, and I absolutely love this journal. I love the print on the front, and I just loved using it throughout the year. For this first page, we have a monthly themes, which was basically like an overview for all my themes. And then for January, I went with a tea party theme, and kind of inspired by Alice in Wonderland with the Mad Hatter and everything. As you saw, I used a Mad Hatter quote on the quote page. I really love how this turned out, especially given the fact that this is my first ever bullet journal through the month. I'm very proud of myself for this one, and it's kind of fond in my heart, I guess you would say. But I am really proud of this, honestly. For February, I went with a male/Valentine's theme that was heavily inspired by lollipop lettering, which I put a photo above of what her theme for February looked like, and I just absolutely wanted to recreate it, so I tried, but I also tried to put my own spin on it, and I really love how February came out. I love the color scheme with the reds and pinks and blues, and the little paper airplanes with the envelopes and postcards, that little cohesive doodle, I really love that too. March, I went with a city street/homes theme, and I will be honest, this one definitely had to grow on me. I don't know exactly what I was thinking when I decided to do this theme. Like, I don't know where it came from. I don't remember looking on Pinterest and seeing this anywhere. But it definitely had to grow on me, but it also did grow on me. So I ended up really liking it, and I really liked the color scheme, but it was definitely different. I'm not sure if I would ever do this kind of theme again because it was very hard to come up with ideas, but it was a lot of fun. For April, I went with a super colorful theme of umbrellas/rain showers. My idea was to do April showers bring May flowers, that little saying. So I went with umbrellas for April, and this theme was so much fun to do. I'm a very colorful person, and I enjoy color, so I loved using all the colors in this. But I will say that umbrellas are a lot harder to draw than I thought. If you don't get them right, they look like spiders. So keep that in mind if you ever decide to do an umbrella drawing. But I really love how some of these weekly spreads came out with all the color and the washi tape from Michaels. I just really like how they turned out. For May, I went with a May flowers, and I incorporated flowers by doing an Anne of Green Gables theme. And I'm actually kind of surprised. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that recently on my stories I did a poll of which of my 2021 themes was y'all's favorite, and this was selected. And I was kind of surprised because I didn't realize that many people were a fan of Anne of Green Gables, but I guess you are, and I can definitely relate to you because this theme was so much fun to do. Anne of Green Gables has always been very near and dear to my heart, and so it was just such a pleasure to do this theme. And for June, this one was one of the most fun themes I have ever done. It was a retro diner/jukebox music theme. And I couldn't tell you why, but this was just so fun. And the creativity was just flowing. I didn't even really have to sketch out most of the spreads, which I usually do. And the color scheme was just so fun. This one's definitely in my top 5. The memories of me sketching and drawing and doing all of these spreads are just so fond to me, and it was just such a fun time. I will say this is the first and last month that I have done a mood board, and I definitely want to try more in the future. For July, I went with a panda/bamboo forest theme, and I will be honest, this one also had to grow on me, but it did, and I am so in love with it now. I love all the cute little pandas and everything. I had originally hoped to do a toucan, like birds, parrots, all of that in a forest theme, and that's what I was sketching and all that, but it was not coming out right, as often happens. So I kind of switched gears and went with a panda theme, and this one reminded me of Kung Fu Panda, the movie. I don't know if y'all get that vibe, but the whole month I was thinking of Kung Fu Panda. So I used a quote from Kung Fu Panda at the very end. And that completes the Archer and Olive journal that I used the first half of the year. For the second half, I went with an Amanda Rach Lee A5 journal, and this is the pink color. And I really enjoyed that these pages were numbered. The Archer and Olive was not. And so when I started using Archer and Olive again this year in 2022, I had to manually number all of the pages. So I started the journal with a monthly overview and put the colors from each month. And then I did a quote page with a table of contents, again because the pages were numbered. And then I did some monthly highlights where I wrote some things each month and some photos. August, my theme was Hamilton. This theme was also super fun to do. I had always wanted to do a Hamilton theme because I'm a big fan of Hamilton, but I didn't want to do basic colors that maybe you would think of when you thought of Hamilton, like I guess gold and brown and black, I don't know, kind of warmer tones. So I decided to keep the colors of the Schuyler sisters' dresses throughout the entire theme, and I really love how unique this is. I feel like I definitely was able to put my own twist on the Hamilton theme. I also feel like I got super creative with my quotes and lettering this month, and definitely have used the styles that I used in this month throughout the rest of the year. For September, I don't know if you see a pattern or not, but I used another theme that's very near and dear to my heart, Mary Poppins. I grew up a huge Mary Poppins fan, and just Julie Andrews in general. Sound of Music, Mary Poppins, all the good movies that she was in. And this theme was so much fun for me to do, although I do feel like I put a little bit of pressure on myself just because I wanted to get it just right, and I wanted the colors and the aesthetic and everything to be just right. But I think I accomplished it pretty well. I love all the colors and how they turned out. I was able to keep the flowers and cherries from her hat as the cohesive doodle throughout, and I just really love the color scheme for this month. October is one of the cutest months I've ever done. I used a gnome garden and autumnal theme, and some of the colors that I used were actually brand new Tombow dual brush pens, so it was very unique in that I had never used some of these colors before. I had a lot of fun playing around with this theme, trying to decide which kind of gnome that I would use because there's so many different gnome drawings out there. But I settled on this little cartoon kind of happy gnome, and I really love how he turned out. This is the first time I ever used this weekly spread layout, and I love it so much, and I will definitely use it more in the future. For November, I went with a coffee theme. Coffee! I've been wanting to do a coffee theme, and so I decided November would be a good month to incorporate that. I used mostly neutrals. I only used browns and one gray, and this one also definitely had to grow on me. My creativity, I had a little bit of an art block when I was creating it, and so it was kind of a struggle. I remember it being very much a struggle. There were honestly a few tears shed because nothing was coming out how I wanted. But as I look back, I do like how it turned out. I like some of the lettering from this month. For December, the last month of 2021, I went with a Christmas carols theme. This one was a lot of fun. This was actually my mom's idea, and so credits to her for helping me come up with this. The cohesive doodle that I kept throughout was like a holly berry, what is that called? A limb? The limb of a holly tree? I don't know. And a pine cone. And I will tell you right now, if you're ever thinking about drawing pine cones or incorporating pine cones in a bullet journal theme, I will just warn you that they are very, very hard to draw. It took me so long to figure out how to draw a good pine cone, so I'll just give you good luck on that. This one was a lot of fun to do, though. I got to incorporate a different Christmas carol every week, which is so fun because I grew up obviously with the Christmas carols, so that was a lot of fun. And that concludes the 2021 bullet journal flip through.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to click that subscribe button in the description to see similar content, and also check out my Instagram, Writing with Rachel, which is linked in my YouTube channel. Thank you. Have a great day.